Welcome to the Imperium Forex daily video. Before we begin, it should be noted that any advice is of a general nature only and that your personal circumstances have not been taken into consideration. Hello everyone, my name is Rob Clayton and thank you very much for joining me. To start today's webinar, the US dollar was slightly weaker overnight and actually pulled away from the highs of 94.85 on the index to a low of 94.29 and currently trading at 94.30. It is viewed that the weakness of the US dollar was on the back of the reports that the Senate Republicans will propose delaying a cut in the corporate tax rate from 35% to 20% until the year of 2019. Therefore, the market could see in the short term of a rally in euro, but not expected to sustain much towards 117.0515. With the dollar index base coming in at 93.80 to 94.10, and I do expect to see a rebound from there, then this should give opportunity for any rally in the euro beyond 116.65 with this cap holding at 117.0515. It is pretty much the same picture as the cap that came in around 118.5. Overall, I expect to see a rejection from there. And as you can see from the indication from the MACD, is the momentum to the bull case has always been very weak. Therefore, I do expect to see this same pattern to continue. Overnight, the Australian dollar was a little bit more upbeat, with the outlook mildly increasing to the top side of the resistance seen at 77.05, purely for the fact is the US dollar is a little bit weaker. But as you can see, we're coasting very comfortably from a band of 75.80 to 77.45.55. Like the euro, the MACD isn't overly bullish, but do look to sell rallies towards 77.05 to 77.45.55. Today we do have the RBA to publish its monetary policy statement, and the market may actually find a little bit of a negative sentiment if the report is more on the dovish case. However, if it's a little bit hawkish, which is very, very unlikely, then we could see this impulse towards the top side. Well, the dollar yen has not been able to recover since the rejection from that level of 114.55.70. Now, overnight, we did get a new low that came in at 113.08, although it did rebound rather respectively. At the moment, I'm still playing to buy on dips. Not from 113.15 though, but more towards 112.80. I feel this is where the established base will likely to hold. It was when the trend began, so it should offer a short-term platform or base and see a rebound from 112.80 if challenged today and look towards the top side. You can see the technical implications are on the bearish case, so I do expect to see the next 12 hours to be a little bit weaker, purely behind the US dollar weakness as well. But this should give us opportunity to buy the market. My view in sterling has been neutral, but that being said, it should be noted that the support does come in at 130.70.85 after it was respected overnight after trading at 84. If the strategy is now going to be from this base, then we should see a further impulse to the upside, and if this pattern does break out, then I first need to see a move towards 131.85 to 132.45. I can't get overly bullish until we get a break above 133. With the gold case, it's still very much bullish, and I still like to see another challenge at that 88.90 level and break it. If so, we could see stops up towards 98 to 99. Dips are still a way to play as a strategy towards 79, but do be a little bit careful. The base does come in a little bit lower now at 70.72. And to wrap up with oil, well, the market is a little bit hesitant. You can see here, if we broaden this out, that we do have a long-legged doji, which is an indecisiveness to the challenge to the upside. Although 58 may hold, if breached, would see a target of 62, but I do expect to see weakness to come back in the market because we are, at this point, still extremely overbought. The ADX is now slightly pulling away from this uptrend. And also the RSI is still very much to the high side of the range. So I do expect to see eventually dropping away from there. So I do look for a target of on the day at 56.5, while we get a cap at 58. Tonight, though, we could see a little bit of a move in the market because a company called Baker Hughes will release a weekly data on the US oil rig count. And if the count is a couple more than, or any added to that count, should I say, is the market may actually stage a mild retreat. And to finish up with silver, well, the market is at that stage finding support at 90 and a resistance at 25 after recently at least 4 or 5 times rejecting that region. But from a technical point, we could see a further impulse to the upside. I like to see the commodities rally a little bit more. And if my view on gold is correct, then we should see another challenge at 25. I'm not sure if it breaks, but it may. And as I mentioned, dips still hold a buy zone around $16.90. So that wraps up today's video. Thank you very much for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful day and an excellent new weekend is about to commence.